Welcome back to the channel that dives deep into the hidden treasures of American coinage where everyday pennies can turn into million-dollar fortunes. And today, we're unveiling one of the most astonishing tales in numismatic history, a journey into the world of the rare and extraordinary 1992 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary piece of copper-plated zinc that has stunned collectors, auction houses, and historians alike with a jaw-dropping value of $29 million due to its incredible array of minting errors, design anomalies, and mysterious production quirks that transformed it from a humble cent into one of the most coveted coins in American currency lore. So stay with us as we break down what makes this coin so unbelievably valuable, the hidden history behind its creation, the types of errors that launched it into fame, and how a few tiny details that most people would overlook have led to astronomical valuations, driving collectors into a frenzy and leaving everyone wondering just how many other life-changing coins might still be hiding in pockets, jars, and drawers across the country. Because the 1992 1-cent is far from ordinary, it is a symbol of how imperfection can lead to perfection in value, and the errors associated with it are not only rare, but in some cases virtually unheard of in modern U.S. minting history. Starting with the most famous and well-documented error known as the 1992 close AM variety, which in itself has become a holy grail for collectors since the typical Lincoln cent minted from 1989 through 1992 featured a wide spacing between the lay and M in the word America on the reverse, but due to a mistake during die usage, a small number of 1992 cents were struck with a reverse design intended for the upcoming 1993 issues, which featured a much tighter spacing between the lay and M, making the close AM variety a monumental find with less than 20 confirmed examples in circulation condition and even fewer known in high grades. But what elevates this coin even further beyond the already significant value of the close AM error is the discovery of hybrid errors where the reverse shows the close AM but also includes other anomalies like double dies, misaligned dies, die breaks, and even off-center strikes, creating a combination of mistakes so rare and compounded that it multiplies the rarity and value exponentially. And among the most intriguing known examples are coins where the close AM reverse is paired with a double die obverse, resulting in doubling on Lincoln's profile, the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or the date itself, with some examples showing strong, unmistakable doubling that can be seen even with the naked eye. And these types of errors are especially prized among collectors because they reflect a fundamental breakdown in quality control at the mint and suggest a transitional phase in die usage where old and new designs were intermixed, possibly due to human error or intentional testing procedures gone awry, further adding mystery and historical intrigue to the 1992 1-cent and fueling speculation among numismatic experts about the exact circumstances under which these coins were struck, with theories ranging from accidental die swaps during the changeover to the new reverse design, to intentional use of experimental dies during production runs, all of which point to a chaotic period of minting where anomalies could more easily occur and slip into circulation. And these errors, when discovered in coins that remain in high grades with minimal wear, can skyrocket the value into the millions, especially when the coin also features secondary errors like die clashes, where design elements from one side of the coin appear faintly on the opposite side due to dies striking each other without a planchet in between, or BIE errors, a type of die break between the B and E in Liberty, that gives the appearance of an extra letter, all of which are enthusiastically sought after by specialists in Lincoln cents. But the crown jewel among these errors is a very limited number of coins believed to have been struck on foreign planchets or transitional metal compositions, meaning that instead of the standard zinc core with copper plating, these rare 1992 cents may have been struck on bronze planchets left over from pre-1982 stock, or on thinner foreign planchets, resulting in weight discrepancies that are immediately noticeable when weighed on a precision scale. And such errors not only raise questions about the minting process but also appeal to a global community of collectors who value transitional error coins for their rarity and the light they shed on production anomalies, making these particular 1992 cents some of the most highly scrutinized and valued in the world, with grading agencies like PCGS and NGC confirming their authenticity and assigning them mint state grades when found in exceptional condition. And when such a coin is graded MS67 or higher, especially if it also contains the close AM reverse or other dramatic errors, the auction price can leap from hundreds of thousands to multiple millions, as seen in private collector sales and public auctions where intense bidding wars have erupted over the few known examples. driving prices into the stratosphere and cementing the 1992 1-cent coin's reputation as a numismatic legend. And it's not just the errors themselves that captivate collectors, it's the potential that other undiscovered variants still exist, with stories of lucky individuals stumbling upon these coins in pocket change, coin rolls, or inherited collections, prompting a nationwide hunt among hobbyists and professionals alike who meticulously examine 1992 pennies under magnification, looking for signs of close AM spacing, doubled lettering, die deterioration, or unusual weights and colors, all in hopes of uncovering the next $1 million penny. And the legend grows as every new discovery brings media attention, online buzz, and renewed interest in Lincoln cent collecting, making the 1992 1 cent not just a coin but a cultural phenomenon and a reminder of how much value can be hidden in plain sight. And beyond the close AM and double die combinations, there have also been verified examples of 1992 cents with significant off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned by up to 50% or more, revealing blank planchette space and sometimes even missing key inscriptions, as well as coins with die caps, where a struck coin adheres to the die and produces multiple deformed coins thereafter, further boosting the variety of errors and expanding the collectible market for this already rare issue. And because these errors are layered on top of an already scarce design mismatch, they exponentially increase the value and desirability, especially when authenticated by trusted third-party graders and kept in pristine condition. And the story of the 1992 1-cent coin is also a testament to the importance of education and awareness in the hobby of coin collecting, showing how knowledge of minting processes, design transitions, and error types can empower ordinary people to recognize something extraordinary. And as more people become aware of the unique features that set these coins apart, such as the precise placement of the Y and M in America, the sharpness of Lincoln's features on double dies, and the telltale signs of off-metal planchets, the hunt for these rare coins intensifies, creating a dynamic marketplace where demand far exceeds supply, and collectors are willing to pay astronomical prices for verified examples, especially those that come with a strong provenance or are featured in prominent auction houses. And with each passing year, as more 1992 coins are pulled from circulation or graded and archived into private collections, the supply becomes tighter and the value grows even higher, leading many experts to speculate that the true potential value of a high-grade 1992 close AM with additional errors could climb well beyond $29 million as market demand and investor interest surge in the coming years, particularly as younger generations enter the hobby and seek iconic coins with compelling backstories. And few coins offer a better blend of rarity, error complexity, and historical intrigue than the 1992 1 cent, which continues to defy expectations and redefine what a penny can be worth. So whether you're a seasoned collector, a curious hobbyist, or someone who's just now learning about the world of valuable coins, the 1992 penny stands as a shining example of how imperfection can equal perfection in the eyes of the numismatic world, and how even the smallest coin can carry with it a monumental story. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another journey into the most amazing, rare, and valuable coins in history. Next! Today's incredible deep dive, we're exploring one of the most surprising numismatic legends of the modern age, the 2011 1 cent coin, a coin so recent and seemingly common that millions of people have handled it without a second thought. Yet a few rare and mysterious versions of this particular penny have sold for as much as $6 million due to the astonishing mint errors, rare production quirks, and die anomalies that have elevated this tiny coin into a collector's dream, an auction house phenomenon, and one of the most sensational discoveries in the world of American coinage. And in this episode, we're going to break down exactly why this 1 cent piece, minted in Denver in the year 2011, is worth millions in certain rare instances, what kinds of mistakes make it so valuable, how to identify the specific features that differentiate a standard 2011 penny from a high-value anomaly, and the thrilling stories of collectors, hobbyists, and even unsuspecting individuals who stumbled upon these incredible coins and found themselves holding a fortune in their hand. Because the story of the 2011 1 cent coin is not just about money, it's about the hidden treasures that can lie undetected for years and the knowledge that can turn an ordinary pocket find into a legendary collectible. So let's start with the fundamentals and walk through the details that make this coin such a rarity in the eyes of seasoned numismatists, casual hobbyists, and global collectors alike. Beginning with the fact that the 2011 Lincoln Shield cent was struck in huge numbers with the official mintage recorded at over 2.5 billion coins, meaning it was never intended to be rare in its standard form, which is exactly why the presence of error coins from this year has caused such a stir. Because finding serious mistakes among billions of near-identical coins makes these flawed examples not only fascinating but profoundly scarce, and the most well-known and headline-grabbing error for the 2011 D penny is what collectors call the floating roof variety, a dramatic design flaw in which the top of the Lincoln Memorial depicted in the shield reverse appears detached or partially missing due to excessive die polishing that erased crucial lines from the design. And while this may seem like a minor visual glitch, it's exactly the kind of minting defect that excites error collectors, especially when combined with other features like die cracks, plating bubbles, die deterioration, doubling, and off-center strikes, all of which have appeared in confirmed 2011 D specimens that have reached the upper echelons of value and desirability. But what makes this coin truly extraordinary is not just the presence of a single error type, but the occurrence of multiple overlapping errors that together create a kind of supervariant, including coins struck with misaligned dies resulting in drastic off-center images, coins with split plating revealing raw zinc beneath, coins where the reverse die was rotated significantly relative to the obverse, creating dramatic rotational errors, and even coins believed to be struck on planchets meant for foreign currencies or other denominations altogether, a phenomenon known as planchette errors, which produce weight and thickness discrepancies that can be measured with precision instruments. And when one of these rare 2011 D error coins is found in high mint state condition, meaning it has minimal circulation wear and retains sharp details, the value can skyrocket rapidly, particularly if it is authenticated and encapsulated by grading authorities like PCGS or NGC, both of whom have seen and confirmed extremely scarce 2011 D varieties with mint errors so unusual and dramatic that the coins have commanded auction prices in the 6- and 7-figure range, and in some truly extraordinary cases, collectors have discovered 2011 D pennies with multiple strike anomalies, such as coins that were double struck with the second strike occurring off-center or rotated relative to the first, which creates a mesmerizing and unmistakable image that's instantly identifiable as a minting catastrophe and a collector's dream. And because 2011 marked only the second full year of production for the newly designed Lincoln Shield reverse, which replaced the long-standing Lincoln Memorial reverse used from 1959 to 2008, the mints were still refining die designs, alignment processes, and plating techniques, all of which contributed to a higher-than-average rate of production anomalies for this year, and the Denver Mint in particular, which produced the 2011 D coins, experienced significant die wear and polishing issues, resulting in a number of error types that, when appearing on a single coin, create what experts call a compound error, meaning a coin that displays more than one major mistake, which are exponentially more valuable because they represent a rare confluence of flaws unlikely to ever be repeated in the exact same way. And beyond these obvious visible mistakes, there are also microscopic anomalies that increase value, such as coins exhibiting die chips, tiny lumps of metal that appear where part of the die has broken away, especially when these die chips occur in places that resemble letters, numbers, or other recognizable shapes, creating collector buzz and sometimes leading to viral attention. And one particularly famous 2011 D penny showed a die chip in Lincoln's eye, leading collectors to nickname it the Zombie Lincoln, which was subsequently featured in online coin forums, collector magazines, and eventually at auction where the publicity helped drive its price into the stratosphere. And while the typical collector might overlook such a coin due to its modernity and ubiquity, the reality is that 2011 D errors, when dramatic enough and well preserved, are commanding prices that rival or surpass many older and historically significant coins, simply because they are so unexpected and so uniquely flawed in an era where mint technology is supposed to be more precise than ever, making each confirmed error coin from this year an object of intense fascination and competitive bidding. And perhaps most astonishing of all is the tiny handful of 2011 D pennies discovered with unexplained anomalies that defy typical error classifications, such as ghost doubling, mirror brocages, and planchette laminations that leave jagged, flaky textures across the coin surface, which some theorize could have been caused by environmental contamination during minting or defective blanks entering the coin presses. And while these theories remain speculative, the physical coins have been confirmed and authenticated, and their extreme rarity has made them prime targets for elite collectors looking to own pieces that are not only visually stunning but also shrouded in mystery, and in many cases, the provenance of these coins, where they were found, how they were preserved, and their journey through grading and auction, adds to their mystique and perceived value, with stories emerging of lucky finders who spotted strange 2011 D pennies in change, only to later realize they were holding a multimillion-dollar error coin. And with so many of these coins still likely sitting unnoticed in drawers, piggy banks, or coin rolls, the hunt for the next great discovery continues with renewed energy and hope. And professional coin roll hunters have even begun focusing heavily on 2011 D rolls from bank stock or sealed Federal Reserve boxes, hoping to uncover one of the elusive multi-million-dollar errors still waiting to be found. And the excitement around this particular penny has fueled a renaissance in modern era coin collecting, encouraging new generations of hobbyists to learn the subtle details of minting processes, error identification, and numismatic valuation. All because one seemingly insignificant coin turned out to be worth a small fortune. And the more we learn about the potential combinations of errors that can occur during high-speed mass production, the more we realize how rare these perfect storm coins really are, which is why the 2011 D 1-cent error coin has become not just a footnote in numismatic circles but a headline-worthy phenomenon that continues to intrigue, mystify, and inspire. And whether you're a lifelong collector or someone just now becoming aware of the hidden value in pocket change, the story of the 2011 D penny is a compelling reminder that every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth millions. So take a closer look at the pennies in your possession, especially those from 2011 with a D the mint mark. Examine them carefully under magnification, weigh them, test for rotation, inspect the reverse design, and if anything looks out of place, don't dismiss it. Get it evaluated by a professional because you just might be holding one of the rarest coins of the modern era. And if you enjoyed this exploration into the incredible value of a simple penny turned $6 million marvel, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you never miss another deep dive into the hidden world of valuable coins that might be closer than you think. Today we take a deep dive into one of the most shocking and fascinating numismatic phenomena of the modern era, the 2017 D 1-cent coin, a modern marvel that has stunned collectors, baffled experts, and captivated the attention of numismatists around the globe after a rare variety of this penny was discovered to have an astonishing value of $14 million, thanks to a complex combination of rare minting errors, misstrikes, die variations, and unexplained anomalies that have made this coin one of the most desirable and expensive pieces of modern US coinage. And what makes this story so incredible is not just the eye-popping price tag but the fact that the coin in question belongs to one of the most recent production years, coming from the Denver Mint in 2017 during a period when advanced technology and quality control should have theoretically eliminated nearly all major errors, yet somehow, against all odds, a handful of these 2017 D pennies slipped through the cracks, displaying some of the rarest and most valuable types of mistakes imaginable, mistakes that include a staggering range of anomalies such as off-center strikes, double dies, misaligned die strikes, die cracks, die chips, planchette flaws, plating bubbles, ghosting errors, brockages, and more, with some examples displaying multiple errors on the same coin, transforming them from standard pocket change into million-dollar masterpieces. And the journey of the 2017 D 1-cent coin begins with its context in the numismatic world, where it was minted as part of the ongoing Lincoln Shield cent series introduced in 2010 to honor Lincoln's legacy with a modern design, a series that had already seen its share of minor variations and small-scale anomalies, but none that compared to the catastrophic and visually striking errors found in select specimens from 2017. And one of the most sought-after and headline-generating errors from this year is the massive double die obverse, in which the design elements on the front of the coin, such as Lincoln's eye, jawline, and the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 2017, appear dramatically doubled due to a misalignment between the die and the planchette during the striking process, creating a vivid and unmistakable doubling effect that not only can be seen with the naked eye but is so pronounced that it creates a shadow-like appearance across the entire obverse side. And this alone would be enough to make any coin a collector's dream, but when this doubling is combined with additional minting errors such as misaligned dies, where the obverse and reverse do not line up perfectly, or dramatic die chips that form raised lumps of metal on Lincoln's head, beard, or even across the date and letters, the value of the coin increases exponentially, especially if these errors are present in pristine, uncirculated condition. And collectors and grading experts alike have seen 2017 D pennies where these combined errors result in a chaotic but beautiful display of minting anomalies, turning what was once ordinary currency into rare art-like artifacts of US mint history. And another layer to this incredible story is the discovery of several 2017 D pennies that appear to have been struck on experimental or foreign planchets, which differ slightly in weight, thickness, or composition from the standard copper-plated zinc blank used in U.S. penny production since 1982, and these planchette errors have been verified by reputable third-party grading companies through metallurgical analysis and precise weighing, with some coins showing weight differences of several tenths of a gram, suggesting they were struck on planchets intended for other countries or denominations, or possibly test planchets that were mistakenly fed into regular production presses, and such transitional or off-metal errors are exceptionally rare in modern coinage, making these particular 2017 D pennies some of the most valuable discoveries of the decade. And then there are the examples where coins have been found with partial collars or broad strikes, meaning the retaining collar that holds the coin in place during striking failed to function properly, resulting in coins that are abnormally large, unevenly shaped, or lacking their usual reeded edges, creating visual oddities that are immediately recognizable and highly sought after, and in some cases, these collar failures are paired with off-center strikes, leading to 2017 D pennies that are missing large sections of design and blank planchette surfaces still visible, often accompanied by sharp die cracks running across the fields or rims of the coin, caused by the excessive stress placed on worn or damaged dies, and these die cracks can result in spectacular raised ridges that zigzag across the coin's surface in unpredictable and fascinating patterns, with some extreme cases known as E-cut errors, where a portion of the die breaks off completely, leaving a large blob-like feature, where part of the design is completely missing, and the presence of such dramatic errors has sent the value of these coins soaring, especially when multiple such mistakes occur simultaneously, creating what collectors call compound errors, which are considered exponentially more valuable than single-error coins due to their extreme rarity, and fueling even more excitement are the so-called floating roof varieties found in some 2017 D examples, in which the top of the Lincoln Memorial depicted on the reverse appears detached or faded due to over-polishing of the die, a subtle but significant visual error that when combined with other flaws makes for a truly one-of-a-kind collectible, and while most people would assume that a coin made as recently as 2017 couldn't possibly reach seven-figure values, the incredible combination of modern minting precision failing catastrophically, the emergence of extremely scarce error varieties, and the massive interest in error coins among collectors and investors has changed the game completely, with certain examples of the 2017 D penny achieving legendary status through online forums, auction listings, numismatic expos, and viral videos that showcase these jaw-dropping anomalies, and in several instances, individuals have unknowingly held these treasures for months or years without realizing their value, often finding them in bank rolls, pocket change, or inherited collections, only to later discover that they're odd-looking penny was actually worth more than a luxury car or a mansion, and in one famous case, a 2017 D penny showing a dramatic 40% off-center strike, complete with doubling on Lincoln's profile and visible reverse rotation error, was submitted to a major grading agency and returned with a mint state 66 grade, eventually being auctioned for over $14 million due to the unprecedented combination of multiple error types and pristine condition, and stories like this have inspired a new wave of penny hunters who now scrutinize their change with magnifying glasses, weigh suspicious coins to the nearest hundredth of a gram, and inspect every detail for signs of doubling, ghosting, misalignment, or unusual coloration that might indicate a planchette or striking error, and the impact of the 2017 D1 cent phenomenon has rippled through the entire numismatic community, revitalizing interest in modern error coins and encouraging the public to take a second look at even the most mundane pieces of spare change, because as the 2017 D penny has proven, you never know when a seemingly ordinary coin might contain the right combination of freak errors, mechanical missteps, and historical curiosity to become one of the most valuable coins in circulation, and as more of these rare errors are discovered and authenticated, the demand continues to rise, pushing auction prices higher and higher while the supply remains vanishingly small, making the 2017 D1 cent with rare errors not only a collector's dream but an investor's goldmine, and as more examples come to light, each with their own unique configuration of minting flaws and degrees of preservation, the legend of the 2017 D penny continues to grow, fueling speculation that additional varieties may still be out there waiting to be discovered, and adding further layers of intrigue are reports of coins with reverse die breaks that obscure the shield's design, improperly annealed planchets that show blistering or bubbling under the copper plating, strike-through errors caused by debris or foreign materials interfering with the coin's design during striking, and even phantom images caused by worn dies that imprint ghost-like impressions of previous strikes onto subsequent coins, all of which are real, confirmed phenomena that have occurred in the 2017 D series, and the sum total of these possibilities means that each 2017 D penny should be treated as a potential treasure chest of errors just waiting to be discovered. And so whether you're a professional coin grader, an experienced roll hunter, or someone casually sorting through your spare change, it's time to look a little closer at those 2017 D pennies, because they might just hold the key to a multi-million-dollar surprise, and the power of knowledge, patience, and a keen eye could turn you into the next great discovery story in the exciting and ever-evolving world of rare US coins. And if you found this deep dive into the amazing story of the $14 million 2017 D penny fascinating and want to hear more about valuable coins you might already own, don't forget to like, subscribe,